Yeah.
Starting.
Yeah.
All right.
Welcome back to another week of Dragon Ball podcast, as we call Geek Elite Radio presents Super Saiyan Geeks. With me, as always, is Ronnie. We do have a special guest, Ash, from our Super Omega Anime podcast.
Soap.
Yeah, for short.
It's soap.
So you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
I'm Ash. I love
Not from
Dragon
Peloton?
Ball. I just barely started watching Super from the episodes we're going to be talking about, which makes me really sad that I didn't start watching it sooner because I love it, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited.
I'm ready to talk
This
about
is my
these
boy.
two.
Oh, yeah.
This is my boy.
Behind me.
He's a good boy.
He actually is now a playable character on Dragon Ball Fighters.
I saw
Dragon
him.
Ball, yeah. They just released him as a
Piccolo.
officially as a
Yeah,
character.
Piccolo and Krillin as well.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the game to get in. The beta got pushed back.
Oh, that's right. We can
That
talk
was
about
the
that
news.
article real quick. So the beta was supposed to be out. I think it was on the signups. I think it was on Wednesday or Thursday. They just overwhelmed the developers so much that they actually have to shut down the website for the signups. So
Oh, God.
they will reopen it up August 22nd. The game will be available, or the beta will be available on the 28th. And then September is when the official game comes out.
Next year.
No, this year.
They're Fighters come out. I thought
Yes.
they said next year they were gonna do it.
No, that's what the article said. So,
Alright.
Oh.
Hey, I'm fine with that.
yeah. But I don't think it's going to be many unlockable characters, though.
Right now, right off the bat. Yeah,
They'll
they'll
probably
probably
make DLC.
Yep.
Because money.
Gotta make that money.
Money is important.
So we got some news this week. The card game finally came out.
Yes, Friday I want to say. Thursday or Friday? Yeah, Friday I think.
28th, right?
28.
Yeah, 28th.
So Friday.
So yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday it got released. So we'll try
We're
to
real time, so we can definitely.
try to get some of these Dragon Ball Super packs. We got 6 of them here, so we'll do those at the end.
I want to
Yeah.
open one.
That's fine. Yeah, I got 6, so we can do 2 each.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know what's good and what's not, but hey, the artwork's really nice, so that's all that really matters. To me.
They said that the starter decks for this card game won't be available until next month, so that's why I did not purchase anything at the moment.
And
Or else.
he also said there wasn't much of a difference between that and the sets that you would receive in the mail for the beta.
Oh, okay.
There was like maybe 5 different cards, and then like if you got there was like the Goku box and there was a Vegeta box, and then that would have been the difference there.
Well,
So
You know who.
yeah, you're gonna
Right.
get Vegeta, whatever. And I have a lot of those extras, so if anyone is interested in getting those sets, because I ordered quite a few and there was like 4 in each one, so I have a total of like 8 of them. I'm fine with doing a giveaway or hit us up on Twitter and I figure out a way to get you these sets. We do plan on trying to play the card game and figure out how to play it and try to get maybe some live stream.
I would be
Card
down
games.
for that.
I'll give you a set and
Okay.
it comes with the rules, and you also can go on YouTube and you can see how to play. They do some live play gameplay and stuff like
Oh,
that.
cool.
Yeah, and actually, it sounds really, really complicated, but we had the card shop guy teach us how to play, so it's not as complicated as it seems.
Okay.
It's probably a lot simpler than we're trying to think, because we're used to playing Yu-Gi-Oh, which the guy told me
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh is actually different compared to every card game out there. Like all the other card
Yeah.
games are very similar. So I'm like, I've only played Yu-Gi-Oh competitively, so that's all I know. So the rules are way different than I never played Pokemon,
I played
TCG.
Pokemon for a while, but
That thing is fucking hard.
it's a mess.
It's kind of luck of the draw, because if you don't get a lot of guys to start off with, so you can end pretty quick.
And in a way, I feel like it's magic too, because you need energy
Yeah.
cards to give
Yeah.
to your Pokemon so they can attack, and
It's all literally like, am I actually going to get a useful hand this time? Do I have any Pokemon in this? No, they're all potion. Great.
well, I'll heal you. I'll heal you.
Like, here, I have these things. I can't use any Pokemon.
I would just have a deck full of just basic, like, legendary Pokemon. It's like, hey, you don't need to evolve, so let's just go.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
So anything else you wanna?
Not that I can think of. Nothing new in Xenoverse as of now about DLCs. Haven't been on there in a while, so definitely go on there this weekend. I'm pretty sure there's some new TP Metal items you can get. Episode 102, I think, is out today. either today. It's either 102,
I think it's
101.
101.
Probably 101.
Last week we talked a little bit about 100.
Okay, so then 101's out today. You could honestly catch it on YouTube because there's a few sites I've seen where they just stream all the episodes up till the newest one. So you can find it there, or Crunchyroll, or any other website after today.
Subtitles aren't that bad on Crunchyroll. I'm okay with waiting until tomorrow. I'll
Yeah.
watch it on there. I mean, besides I've been watching it as we do the show too.
Same here. Same here.
Ash, did they mention anything about Dragon Ball when you're at AX?
Not that I saw, but I also wasn't looking for it.
All right, well then you can get the hell out.
If they did say anything about it, it wasn't explicitly mentioned like in the programming. It was probably like a Toei animation would have been it would have just been a general, because a lot of them were like, this is the Kodansha panel, this is the Trigger panel. Like, a lot of it was, this is the studio, and this is what we're going to talk about.
Okay.
And if it was mentioned in that panel, but I didn't see any like news reports or anything like that.
I don't think anything new.
I don't think anything new is coming out for it right now, besides like talking about the video game, and the show is in production. So unless there's a movie that they're going to surprise us with at some point.
Yeah,
there's been talks. I mean, Broly is the bad guy for the 4D ride in Japan.
I feel like they're going to be making another. Well, I heard they were going to make another Broly movie.
They have to find a way to make it canon.
They don't have to. No.
I think so.
Well, I mean,
they have alternate universes they can work with now, Daniel.
I mean, there's a female Broly now, so anything is up for
We'll talk about.
I was so weirded out by that, by the way.
I know.
I was confused. I was expecting her to just be like this cute little thing, and then it's like, oh look, her hair is all blonde. Nope.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
You don't mess with Kale.
I can't wait for a bridge to do something with this.
I'm really looking forward to it. It's
too.
gonna be fun.
So just really quickly, we do have a couple conventions. I'll do a reminder here, and then at the end of the episode. We have Game On Expo, which is August 11th through 13th. Some of the Geek Elite members will be there doing live interviews, coverage, yada, yada, yada. News and updates as well. So she will be one of them attending.
Yep.
And then we have Palm Springs at the end of August, which is 25th through the 27th, which I'm really excited. I get to meet.
Cultural Expo, Daniel.
I get to see and meet one of my. Never mind. Meet and see one of my favorite voice actors there.
Okay.
So that's what I'm really looking forward to. Hopefully I get to score an interview with them. And then we have Sabotem coming up as well.
Yes. Which I will be, but not with you guys.
Yeah, you'll be doing your own thing, so whatever.
Listen, I am fully booked for Sabo. I don't even have time to do my own like personal stuff. I am literally like group. Like that's it. I'm gonna be wearing a dress all con. It's gonna be great.
Yay! It's gonna be fun to pee in.
I will miss pants.
Jeans are comfy.
Jeans are so comfy.
My shorts.
But I mean, I do feel your pain when I dress up as Beast Boy. I'm in that bodysuit.
Yeah.
Somebody zip me.
Help, please. I have to go to the bathroom attendant.
Oh, God.
I need an adult. I need an adult.
At least you don't have to wear pantyhose.
I don't want to talk about it. Because there's something
Do you wear Under Armour?
It's called a dancer's belt, so it's basically like a man.
You wear Under Armour?
Yeah, which we had a conversation about Vegeta's Under Armour.
Yeah, we did. We talked about that. That was a thing that happened.
Yeah. Because you sent me that meme, and that shit was hilarious, by the way. Piccolo wears boxers.
He wears
Piccolo
boxers.
wears boxers.
Oh yeah, there's an episode where you see him wearing boxers.
But they're like in his
Yeah.
they
They're poofy boxers. They're not like
yeah.
tight. They're not
They
boxer
made
briefs.
like
They're
a
just
figure,
boxers.
like in a figure though. They actually, if you take
Yeah.
his clothes off, he's wearing boxers.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why you would take his clothes off.
And there's
but
actually one episode, I don't know why they were talking about Vegeta, because he did the same thing with the action figure, but there's actually an episode in Dragon Ball Z where he goes into the healing pod and, oh wait, no, actually, that was the censored version. The American version, they drew boxers on him when he was in the healing pod. And if
yeah,
you
he was
get
just
the
naked.
orange box, he's naked.
Yeah, he's just naked.
So I take that back.
He doesn't wear underwear.
No.
He just
Commando.
wears underwear for the figures because people are perverts and they undress them.
And Piccolo too, even if he wasn't unisex and did have a dick, I feel like he wouldn't have to wear underwear because his pants are super baggy.
Yeah, he shouldn't need to wear underwear. He should just be like, pants, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm also an alien, so who cares?
And we're all perverts.
Like,
Because we're talking about this shit.
well, okay, I thought you would be interested in the fact that somebody decided to take clothing off of Dragon Ball Z figures and that Vegeta wears briefs. I thought that would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
Because, his wife, girlfriend,
Bulma?
Bulma briefs.
Yeah.
Haha.
Trunks briefs.
He wears briefs.
Bola briefs.
Yeah. And Bola is bra in Japanese.
Yeah. And I thought it was being funny. And then we wound up talking about penis protection. It was weird.
Oh god.
Yeah. Don't know how that happened, I swear.
Our Facebook conversation took like a really weird turn for a second there. But then again, we started off the conversation talking about bondage at some point too.
Oh, that's because season 2 Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! Bondage.
Leather fetishes.
Oh god.
What?
That was a weird conversation altogether.
Taya dressing up all skimpy for that DDR, date.
Oh yeah, I
Season
remember
2
what
was
you're
all
saying.
fucking leather bondage.
I know what you're saying.
Fetishes.
I know what you're saying.
Just add more belts. Let's Final Fantasy.
I think of Yu-Gi-Oh! The first season with the Pharaoh as all season 1, and then next season 2. I see what you're saying. You're breaking up in the arcs. So I get what you're saying. I'm like season 2. Taylor's not in season 2. That's GX. But I see what you're saying. Yeah, right. That's when it started changing a bit. Battle City arc on
oriented. And
the dice monsters and on it kind of changed.
Yeah. So it's just like dual monsters.
They actually
it's like Duel Monsters.
They actually
no. It involves dice.
But it's just like Duel Monsters.
I think from that point on they got more serious.
Yeah.
Animation got a little bit better. They actually implemented the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh! You can't just play Flame Swordsman, which I understand. It wouldn't be fun to watch someone summon a
shitty monster,
600 attack point monster. It's I gotta attribute my 2 weak monsters to bring out my blue eyes. It's just boom, just start playing big monsters.
Except for they still don't have Kaiba following the rules.
The rules, I got money.
I heard in the movie, he's just fuck all you guys, I'm gonna do this.
Or
and they're just why?
Agima. Yeah. Duel with Agima, he's I do this, and this. How did that happen? Don't worry about it.
Well,
you're only supposed to be able to do one thing.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people had problems when he summoned Obelisk, but you gotta remember that he was using that technology, which allowed him to use any card he's ever used ever. So since he's used Obelisk, he didn't use the physical card. He used a digital card because he never used physical cards. So he was able to just bring out.
Kaiba's a dirty cheater, and he needs to be banned from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Screw the rules.
He's on the ban list.
He's on the ban list. I don't care if you make the game. You're fucking banned, you piece of garbage.
Oh gosh.
I love Kaiba. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he brings the humor to the show.
Yeah.
The
American version. He has the amazing one-liners.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what brought that nostalgia back to Dark Side of Dimensions.
That was a good. I liked it. It was a good movie. Just there were so many duels in there. It was good.
Yeah. All right, so
back on track. What happened in the last podcast?
At least it would go on for 20 minutes.
Yeah, we'll get it back on track. So
yeah.
Super. We're going off
starting episode 88 to, I guess we'll talk tonight about 94, even though I didn't watch it.
Okay. 94 didn't have a lot to it.
Yeah.
But it did. Something happened.
Yeah, at the end.
There was not a lot to it.
So there's a oh shit moment at the end?
There's an oh shit moment at the end, but everything leading up to that moment was just kind of Goku's going around doing stuff.
Yeah, he's doing some chores.
He's
oh god, of course.
He's making messes and picking up messes and dropping kids off and he's just being him.
But old Dragon Ball Z would have made that last 4 episodes doing all that. Because there would have been a filler with that.
I thought it was really how condensed they made that episode, because they could have dragged it on forever.
Super has been really good on that. I mean, Dragon Ball Z, I think in general, has been good on that. They don't do a lot of fillers. It's kind of it's still storyline. It's just not really awesome storyline. It's like the Cell Saga with after he trained with Gohan. It's they have father-son time, which is important, but at the same time, it's let's get to the tournament. It took a while for him to get there. Like Naruto, it's different. There's fillers that have nothing to do with anything
fillers.
sometimes.
The whole fucking 4th season is filler, and then the last episode is the only thing that's important, but it's only the last 10 minutes of the last episode that's important.
In original Naruto?
Yeah,
there's like
Naruto
20
before
episodes.
It goes into Shippuden.
So you
it's
have
like the last 10 minutes of the very last season is the only thing that's story important. Everything else in that season is filler. Like, it doesn't happen canonly.
Yeah.
But, like, you watch the last 3 or 4 episodes, it's important because they explain a lot of, like, Gaara's character development and how it's going to be explained in Shippuden when they continue it.
Yeah.
And, like, that's why it's important to watch the filler for, like, those last 4 episodes. And other than that, you're just like, fuck this shit.
That was considered season 4? Holy shit.
That was, like, I think it was either season 3 or season 4.
Yeah, because I remember, once Naruto and Sasuke fight, it's like, there's maybe 1 or 2 episodes that are worth
There's,
watching.
like, a weird movie where they, like, go into that whole thing. Like, they, like, make, like, a whole animated, like, reanimated version of their fight that takes place during those episodes, where they, like, do, like, super awesome graphics and stuff like that. And then, like, after that, it's just Naruto basically doing chores.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're going on this side mission. It has nothing to do with the story. Let's go.
Let's go do this.
He just joins different teams just to see him.
It's basically Jiraiya's doing homework and isn't there. So Naruto has to do all this other stupid shit.
And then at the end, it's like, hey, Shippuden's coming around the corner.
And this is the last 10 minutes of this season, which is the only thing that's important.
Yeah.
Naruto.
Believe it.
Then Shippuden's filler.
Shippuden is awesome. It's awesome, but yeah, there's. I don't count the backstory to people as the fillers though, because I feel like that's important information.
They're important,
Character development.
but like the weird stuff that's like these are characters that are introduced that are never going to be important ever again.
Yeah, there's some of that, but like. Things they mentioned, we'll get to Dragon Ball just real quick.
Can we get back to Dragon Ball?
With Naruto, it's like they mentioned so many people, like, oh yeah, this one Hokage from back in the day, and this guy, you hear about him, but then in Shippuden, there's like, well, here's their story, and then you're like, oh, okay, this dude was actually a badass.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you get to find out the first Hokage and his brother, and like this, and I enjoyed that.
Things.
And like what they did in their past has eventually come in. What they did in the past eventually comes down to where they're at currently and how it's affecting them then.
It's me, isn't it? I think it's me. I bring out the weird tangent side of people.
Well, Zoe went on a one.
Yeah. That was fun.
All right, no more.
Okay.
No more.
88, let's go.
Episode 88. Gohan and Piccolo, teacher and pupil clash in max training. What the fuck is wrong with these fucking run-on sentences?
I don't know, but I love this episode because Piccolo is a way better father than Goku will ever be.
Oh, yeah, we talked about it before.
I love their relationship as far as, like, this father-son element, and it's so good because Piccolo's literally just like, you gotta fucking man up, dude. You gotta stop being a little dickhead, and you gotta fucking do things. And it's just great to see Gohan be like, oh man, he's kicking my ass.
Yeah, he's like, you haven't trained in forever. It's like
you're become lazy.
Soft.
Yeah, you're soft.
You're not a warrior anymore. You're not one of the strongest people anymore.
Because in this episode he struggled with Super Saiyan 2, right? That's one of the biggest things. He's like, come on, he's all power up. You know, where's that potential? You know, hit me with everything you got, and he just couldn't.
He couldn't do it until the very end, and he was all like, I'm proud of you now.
Yeah.
You're a good boy.
Is the unofficial father of Gohan. Yeah. But like, I liked how with the next episode, it kind of like what we talked about on Twitter, which we'll get to.
Yes.
Oh, no.
It was interesting. But yeah, so you have that. You have the fighting with Gohan and Piccolo, training, and like you stated, Piccolo telling him, you got to get better. It's like, because if you're going to be in this tournament, and he knew about the tournament already going into it. He's like, Goku already told me. He's like, so like Goku wanted him to go to Piccolo. He's like, you need to go train Piccolo. I got other things to do.
I have other things I have to do. I have people to find and Yamcha to ignore.
Yeah, definitely.
That's my favorite thing. He's just like sitting in his room, like he's gonna come invite me.
Anytime.
I'm gonna turn him down, but I'm gonna be like, I gotta go do this. But at the exact same time, I gotta be cool about it. And you're just like, Yamcha, he's not. No.
Yeah, you died to a Cyberman, dude. So you automatically are
sorry. Done. They would die.
Yeah.
The universe would be gone. Sorry,
I mean,
Yamcha.
they got Krillin and Tien. I mean, come on.
But Yamcha has
I know. He's soft,
Krillin
too.
dies a lot, and so does Tien. But Yamcha
He's
has
continental
had
tissue.
no progression whatsoever
no story.
in strength.
Yeah.
He's continental
He's-
tissue. That's it.
He was important in Dragon Ball. He was decent in Dragon Ball, and then Dragon Ball Z came around, and he just became
Plateaued.
this.
He's like, I ain't
He
getting
literally
better.
became the humanity of everybody that like was just like, man,
We could still die.
we will die.
Yeah. He ain't good.
These guys are like amazing compared to us. I'm gonna get wrecked.
Yeah.
This Cell thing, this Boo thing. I'm just gonna die right now. Just get it over with,
I think he
please.
died in every arc. No,
Yeah.
not Cell. Cell, he didn't die.
No, he
No.
doesn't love that
But he
one.
dies in Boo, because Boo just kills everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
everyone dies in Boo.
Yeah. All of humanity's dead, except for the main Z fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also in this episode, you had Kaba. You saw some Kaba trying to recruit some people since
Yeah.
Champa was like, "Hey, we need some more fighters. Go find more Saiyans." So he goes to his planet, which is with Saiyans, and you find out he has a sister,
I have a question.
Caulifla. I think it's how you
I
pronounce
think
That's
it's
not
supposed
his
to be like
sister.
cauliflower.
Yeah, that's supposed to be cauliflower than
Yeah.
Japanese.
it. Oh.
That's not his sister. That's his old
Red.
General, the guy that he was
Yeah.
talking with, his
Yeah.
old captain.
yeah,
That's
the
his-
old captain. That's
his daughter
his sister.
or his sister.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, dude, I'm retired. He's like, I'm not what I used to be. I'm
I'm
not at my
broken."
peak.
Yeah.
He's like, here, go
I
find my
can't
sister.
stand up.
He was walking with a fucking cane.
Yeah. So how was it pronounced then?
Caulifla.
Caulifla. Wiz Khalifa? Like Wiz Khalifa?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the rapper?
Cauliflower. I'm just gonna call
Yeah.
her cauliflower because
She-
it's so much easier.
She's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I liked her
And
character.
then kale.
Yeah, and then you got Kale.
All right.
Yeah.
So I have a question. Who
Yeah.
the fuck is Kaba?
Okay,
He
so
kind of just came out of the ether for me.
he was in the other world tournament.
I watched the movie and he kind of came out of the ether for me there too.
He wasn't in the movies.
He was in the movies.
No.
He was in the movie for like a second.
The
The God one. They were like, oh, Saiyans, but like his
Maybe
brother is too far away.
Vegeta's
Oh,
brother.
that's Vegeta's
Is-
That's
brother.
Vegeta's
But
brother.
how?
That's a different guy.
That's a different guy. So Vegeta
Yeah.
has a
Is that a
brother.
different guy?
yeah,
I
Yeah.
thought they were the same people.
They
No.
almost look
Okay,
alike, but they're
they
not.
look very similar.
they do.
All right.
They're
I was
both
just-
skinny, but Vegeta's brother actually looks like Vegeta, but just small and
Yeah.
not as evil looking.
Okay. Why does he look all gangly?
Scrawny.
Why do they look all
It-
gangly?
Yeah, I don't know.
In his universe, they never knew about Super Saiyan until that tournament, where he
okay.
fights Vegeta. And Vegeta, he says, like, "Oh yeah, I'm a Saiyan," and so they fight, and Vegeta's like, "What? You're not strong. You're weak." He's like, "You can't even go Super Saiyan." And so while they're fighting, he's like telling him these mean things. Hence why he's saying mean things in the next coming up episodes. And he's like, Vegeta tells like, "I'm gonna go destroy your planet and everything," and he triggers the Super Saiyan out of him. And then he fights Vegeta pretty well until he's like,
Okay.
all right, I'm done playing games. He goes Super Saiyan Blue and knocks him out. And
Yeah,
he's
he
done.
punches him in the stomach. He's like, you need to remember this pain. He's all the pain. I've had pain in me that's pushed me to achieve these limits. You can achieve greatness as well. He's like, you just remember the pain and then just
Boom, right in the gut and knocks him out.
Yeah,
Vegeta's being a good boy.
yeah. He's being
The
the
father
he's being the
figure.
father
He's being
figure.
a good man for once in his life.
Yeah.
So that's Kaba. That
Okay.
he was in the tournament. So he's recruiting their Saiyans, which we find out there's Caulifla and now Kale, female Saiyans, which we haven't been introduced to, and that are at least important Saiyan
Yeah.
Yeah,
female Saiyans that are canon.
yeah. GT doesn't exist.
GT does not
Mm.
exist.
Not yet.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not
I'm
gonna
t- I'm
happen.
telling
Thank you.
I'm telling you.
No.
They're gonna leave it up to interpretation to where you
Akira
can.
Toriyama said it doesn't exist.
It doesn't, and they don't have to end
He
Super to
said
make it like that.
No. He said no. It doesn't exist.
I mean, to me, it won't. I won't
He
die
had no
over it.
handle in it.
If they never did it, that's fine. But I'm saying that's my thought of it, of where it's going. Like whenever they do end
It's
Super,
garbage.
I feel like
They gave
they're gonna.
Vegeta a mustache
Yeah,
And a flat top.
and a flat top.
yeah. Some of the
What the
stuff is very
heck?
questionable.
Okay, so really quickly, Akira, the only thing he did for GT was come up with the Super Saiyan 4 design.
Okay.
That's all he did.
And that was the only cool part about it. Don't you think he wants to at
Part
least
about
keep
it.
some of that and make it somewhat canon, at least that part?
I think that's
I-
what they're going for.
That's what I feel like Super Saiyan
Like
God
keeping
should have.
that, like I think he's trying to get that same power level, but without doing
Oh,
that
okay.
same thing.
You don't
Okay.
like Super Saiyan 4?
I do. It's badass.
I wish Super Saiyan God was Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah.
Super Saiyan 4 is just a restart on Super Saiyan. It's just a better level.
About this too.
Yeah, I like it and I don't like it,
Yeah.
but it's still Dragon Ball Z. I'm still going.
Yeah.
Like my character on GT, he's Super Saiyan 4. I have the Super Saiyan 4 kit on him. It looks awesome.
Nice.
How can we make this OP character and make him even more OP?
Let's see here.
I think that's
pretty much sums it
That's
up.
pretty much 88.
Oh, Gohan goes Mystic form for a bit in the fight against Piccolo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he finally was able to pull it off after
Yeah.
getting pushed constantly by.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Mystic, yeah.
Mystic? Okay.
She used that in the Majin Buu saga.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been years.
Yeah, so he has a Super Saiyan 2 electricity, but his hair stays black.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's just, it's like even stronger than a Super Saiyan form. He even states that it's like, I want to be stronger and have a form that no one's ever seen before, which is like, all right,
Yeah.
let's go Gohan.
Yeah.
He mentions that when he fights his dad.
Yeah, which is the next episode.
Yeah.
An unknown beauty appears.
Oh.
Tension style dojo's mystery.
That girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was like a filler.
But
Filler-ish.
like it was important because they needed Tien.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was
So-
the way to get Tien on board.
I actually really liked this episode for 2 reasons. It was probably one of my favorites from the chunk that we watched.
Mhm.
Because it was character development for Tien, again, made him relevant to the plot, and we've seen what he can actually achieve. And
He's become such a better man.
yeah,
Like remembering Dragon Ball and how much of a dickhead he was.
He was
Compared
evil. He
to-
was a villain.
He was bad. He was terrible. He was so mean. Compared to like now, where he's just like,
A
I
sensei.
gotta do this to help these people out. Look at what she did. She destroyed everything.
Yeah.
You broke everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then like at the same time he's like, just stay here. Apologize to everyone, but stay here.
Enjoy my dojo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took it instead of berating her, instead of
and banishing her.
like just making her more angry. He's like, hey, resolution, let's solve this before it becomes even worse and you come after me again and maybe even actually kill people.
Yeah, because
Like-
pushing her away is what caused everything. So
Yeah.
if you were to push
Exactly.
her away now with powers, is like probably not a smart idea.
Yeah.
So it was like literally one of those, okay, here, let's resolve this in a peaceful manner, but also in the same way, you get what you want. And
Because you
The
have
town
that
is
fighting
safe.
spirit.
yeah,
Because you actually want to achieve something.
through being a jerk, I admired you
Yeah.
And then,
in some weird way.
and then we get to see some Master Roshi action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You see, he's actually pretty strong. Like Goku had a little bit of a hard time fighting him.
Yeah.
Goku was like, all right, you've been holding out on us.
Yeah.
Like, what have you been
And
doing?
that's another reason why I like this episode. Not only Master Roshi showing, even more potential of what, his evolution as well, but also remembering that Master Roshi is a wise master, and especially with all the advice he gives him in the episode too. Yes, he was being pervy, but when it came down to it, he had composure and was like, "All right, this is what's going on. This is how we need to handle the situation. If we can't if we don't make this happen, we're all gonna be in danger.
Yeah.
It's gonna be bad."
The thing that surprised me about this whole thing is that Goku lied to them all.
Yes.
He lied to everyone. That is something new
10
that I'm
million
not.
Zenny?
That is something new that I'm not used to seeing from him because he's usually just so blunt and like straight faced about it. Like when they were gonna go to Namek and like he was just like, "Hey, I'm going to space. Like I'm gonna go prevent the destruction of the world," and like he just told people this.
Mhm.
This, it's like the universe is gonna be destroyed. You don't think your friends would be game to help you with that? Like, what happened to you
I think
that made you lose that much faith in your friends?
I think part of it is that he has ascended. He has ascended so far and has seen so little development from everyone else that he struggled in these minor tournaments with these guys at his god powers, and it's just to think only him and Vegeta are on like the same tier and everyone else is like 5 tiers lower. It's like I don't think these guys would be up to fighting guys that I have a hard time fighting.
Yeah.
But their families are on the line. Their
Right.
whole entire world is on the line. Like, even, this is skipping ahead a couple episodes, but Krillin even says it. He's like, why didn't you just tell me? I would have been perfectly fine
Mhm.
helping you if you had just been, upfront with me. And it's like, that is the first time I've ever seen like Goku like blatantly lie about something.
that magnitude, yeah.
Of that magnitude. Like, usually he's just, like, right up front with it. Like, this is what's happening. This is why we got to do the thing. We got to be the heroes. We got to be the good guys.
And if you would have told everybody, okay, so go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, he just lies and it makes me sad.
so two things that you brought up a really good point. Two things. I think so. Yes, it was irresponsible for him to lie because those 40 hours, everybody could have spent training and improving themselves. But the second reason why I believe he didn't mention it to anybody is because we saw Universe 6 go in complete chaos because the citizens of that planet found out. So I think he was trying to prevent that as well.
I don't think he needed to tell everybody, but I do think he needed to tell the people he was asking to sacrifice their lives to do this. Especially the people that he already holds so close and have already been with him through all of these other catastrophic events. When all of the stuff with Cell was happening, he didn't mince any words. He was just like, we might die. We gotta get better. We gotta train for this tournament so that we can defeat him. And like, he didn't mince any words with that. He laid their mortality on the line. They still showed up. They still showed up to save the day. They still wanted to put their lives on the line. It wasn't like they trust Goku. And the fact that they trust Goku means that he didn't have to lie to them.
True.
So how scared of these people is Goku that he felt he needed to lie in order to even... Like, they would want to know that this was something that could potentially happen.
Yeah.
And it was highly irresponsible.
I think part of it also is that he knows that they won't die in the tournament. Like, you can't kill. So that some of it's like, hey... They really want like this.
The universe is on the line.
Right. So yes, they will die.
They will die. Maybe not in the tournament.
Yeah.
But they could die if they lose.
Right. No, I understand that too. But maybe that's part of it. It's like you might not die. I mean, maybe because he's like, I need you there almost as fillers. Like, I need you guys to stay on this tablet as long as possible so me and Vegeta can win. And but I also see what you're saying. But yeah, I feel like he still should have told everybody.
I think he should have just been upfront with them, and they would have. Like Daniel said, they would have had time to train. Instead of taking time and goofing off, like, they would have been able to actually get some decent hours in on some actual strategy instead of thinking that it's just for a cash prize.
And another thing, too, is Goku has instant transmission. Why the fuck is he flying around searching for everybody instead of just like, Pachoo,
he starts doing that toward the end. Because on the wire.
I don't know. I mean, made to build up more suspense. I mean, they've made Goku not very smart in Super. Like, they've dumbed him down quite a bit. We've had this conversation. Like, compared to Dragon Ball Z and now, like, they really lowered his IQ level.
Well, yeah, because the Goku of, like, Z and everything else is... He would have, like I said, been upfront with them about the danger of all of this stuff. He wouldn't have been trying to be like, oh, haha, you're going to get a cash prize. Oh, haha, Super Dragon Balls because you win. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah.
Like, I understand maybe lying to Frieza a little bit, but, like, his friends?
Yeah.
Another thing, too, I don't know why everybody's throwing a big-ass fit about there not being a prize money. I'm pretty sure you can summon regular Shenron on Earth.
And get that money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, Bulma was like, yeah, you can have it, chump change.
Yeah.
Literally, it's like, I'm gonna do this because it's the only way 18 will compete.
Yeah.
And you're an idiot for even making her think there was gonna be money in the first place.
Yeah.
She's greedy.
She's always been like that.
Give me 10 million or I'll tell.
Give me all the money. I'm gonna beat up my husband because I want money.
But I mean, she needs to push Krillin too.
Oh, she does. He needs to be pushed, and she's really good for him for that.
Oh, yeah.
She's really good for him for that.
So that's pretty much episode 89.
That's pretty much it. That's all that happened.
90 is...
See the wall that must be passed. This is a good one. Goku versus Gohan.
That was such a good episode.
This was a good episode.
So, we had a conversation on Twitter. Feel free to chime in. I just started following you until today, but all of Dragon Ball Super, all it has been is Gohan be like, notice me, senpai, to Goku throughout the whole fucking arc until finally this moment.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, this is the first episode I watched.
And it's this episode was so fucking epic.
It was. It had a lot going on. Like it's a good chunk of my notes. So like how does it start off? I can't remember.
It starts off with they're
Goku's
at the
eating.
restaurant.
Yeah.
And then
Piccolo
and Gohan walk in. He's all badass. He's all, Dad, train me.
Yeah, let's
fight with me.
We're gonna fight.
And Tien's like, I'm not ready for this.
Tien's like, no.
We just got done fighting.
Yeah.
Can we not do that, please? Thanks.
Yeah. You guys can go Super Saiyan. I'm a human. No.
And Piccolo's just strong as it is, so.
And then he's just like, okay, you guys are gonna be your Super Saiyan stuff up there, and me and Piccolo I'm gonna get my ass kicked by Piccolo. Never mind.
Yeah. So yeah, it goes off like pretty quick. They had to fight on this little dome thing or plateau, and Roshi and who else? Someone else is watching with him. Chaozu, yeah. And they end up fighting. Goku and Gohan just go right at it, like you said. Boom, they're just fisticuffs left and right.
Immediately.
Yeah, not holding back. Goku even goes Super Saiyan at one point, fights Gohan. I can't recall, does Gohan transform Super Saiyan at all during the fight? Then he just jumps into Mystic.
He goes straight into Mystic.
Mystic once Goku goes God.
Yeah.
So Piccolo knocks out Yamcha in like one punch and then starts...
Tien,
yeah. That would happen either way, right?
It would happen.
He starts charging up. Like, I've never seen this move before. He's like charging up energy. And so Goku notices that, and he's already like knocked Gohan somewhere, and he goes to disrupt Piccolo, and then Gohan shows up and then takes on Goku again. So they have like a strategy, and they mention that at the end of their episode, like, hey, we should figure out some like battle techniques.
Yeah, some combination moves.
Yeah, and go ahead and chime in. I mean,
okay, so the biggest problem I had with this episode, and this is at the very end. Sorry for skipping through. The problem I had is Tien has been working a lot longer at this than, Goku. Well, probably around the same time as Goku, but longer than Piccolo. Gohan.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel that Tien should be the captain. I feel like he could be, especially as a dojo, he could be more strategic than, than Gohan. That's
when they made him the leader of the team. Yeah, I think you're right with that. I don't think that Gohan was the best choice.
Why not Roshi then?
But
he's the oldest out of all of them.
That's true.
If we're going by age,
Roshi
then...
But Roshi doesn't know
everybody's distracted, though.
But he trained himself out of it, remember?
But at that point, he didn't. He hadn't yet. That's skipping ahead a little bit. Because at that point, he was just like, oh, pretty girls, yeah, let's go do that thing.
Yeah.
I laughed so hard at that part.
It was
great. Poor Poir.
But with Master Roshi, yes, he's been a master to majority of them. But I don't think he knows everybody's flaws and weaknesses. Tien could again, being an instructor, he can probably pinpoint those out.
Yeah, he's pretty. I don't think he's good on the strategizing front, though. He's good with knowing what people's strengths and weaknesses
individually
are.
Individually
one-on-one. But I think Gohan's good for team strategies.
Okay.
Because that's exactly what he was doing with, also Supreme Kai. Later on, he's talking with him. He's like, if we're all in the middle, we'll have a better chance of not getting knocked off the platform. And Kai's like, oh, but everyone else is probably going to think the exact same thing. And he's like, oh, you're right. All right, so we have to think around this. Gohan has a strategic mind. Tien's really good at
breaking down person.
Exactly. Fighting styles, and he's good when he's in the battle, but going into it, I think Gohan's the good person to have planning what they're going to do before they get to that point.
Okay.
Contingency plans, just in cases, like, okay, if this is what's going to happen, point A to point B, point B to point C, that sort of thing. Tactician-wise.
And Gohan has seen everyone at this point achieve what they've achieved. Like, he's been alive when he's met everybody that's going to be on the team, and he's seen what they've been capable of doing all the way up to this point. So I feel like he has what Tien has, plus more. He's like, okay, I know what 18 can do. I know what 17 can do, Cell Saga, and up to this point. I know what Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo can do, because from the day I was born up to now. So he's known everybody that's on the team and what they can do. So I feel like he has their background. He knows what they can do, and I'm sure some of them will surprise him.
And then Goku and Vegeta are too easily distracted to care about strategizing. They're just going to run in
and beat as many as they can.
To the China house. They're just going to literally just break everything. That's all they're gonna do. And then, besides his self-control training, Master Roshi's pretty much gonna do the same thing. I think he's just gonna be there and pretty much try to pull them all through.
And I mean, Gohan's seen Roshi when he in Revival of F. I mean, Roshi has like a huge side to him. He gets ripped, and he can put like when he fights Goku in Dragon Ball during the martial arts tournaments. Like he was at his age, he was still a pretty formidable foe. Yeah. So I forgot what his alternate name.
Jackie
was.
Chun.
Jackie Chun.
And the American dub, Funimation dub.
I still don't know how he pulled that off. It's just a really bad wig, and he's not wearing glasses.
Yeah, but I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah,
and that whole Dragon Ball thing, little Goku.
Yeah, it's not like he could have shaved his beard though, because they're like, "Oh, Master Roshi, you shaved. What's going on?" Oh,
no, but like, they could have definitely like.
He had to pull off two personalities because he still had to be Roshi and then still be Jackie Chun.
Yeah, I still don't know how he managed to pull that off and trick everyone, like literally everyone. It was not even just Goku. I could understand being tricked with it. He's a little bit simple, especially at that age. But like Krillin, I think Krillin's a little bit smarter than that.
He is.
They give him credit for that on a regular basis, and that's why Goku even mentions that. That's why he wants them on the team. And this is you need quick thinking and ability to figure things out in the middle of everything going on. Yeah, and that's what Krillin's good at. Is all right. This is happening. Oh, now this is happening. Well, crap. Let's deal with it this way. Unfortunately, he's not that strong, but he's good.
But he's really good.
He's good with his brain.
Yeah,
outsmarting the opponent.
Yeah,
but
he's tricksy.
What I liked here was like Goku going Super Saiyan God, and Gohan's like, yes, all right, here we go. Like I can fight you at your strongest, because he sounds like fight strong. I want you at your strongest. Yeah, and he holds his own up to that point.
Up until that exact moment where Goku is actually at his peak of his
Kaioken Super Saiyan Blue. That's right. I forgot.
Like up until that point where he is at that max level, Gohan's actually has him on the ropes a couple of times. Yeah, he is wiping the floor with him or the air.
Yeah, he's very smart. He's like strategically moving around. He's able to dodge his moves and stuff.
He's seen his dad fight for like his whole life. He's seen his moves. He's seen what he does to try to trick people into lulling them to a false sense of security. And like Piccolo said, his problem is he lets his guard down too easily, and he tries to take advantage of that because he's like, no, fight me, just fight me.
Fight me your strongest right off the bat. And everyone has said that.
Yeah.
If he would just go his strongest point, half these sagas would end in a very short time.
Yeah. I think he wants to give everybody a fighting chance.
Yeah. He wants to have a fun fight.
Yeah. He wants to see what his limits are. And that's unfortunately.
And that got him to this situation with the tournament. But yeah, what ends up happening, they both end up charging at each other for one final strike, and then you find out Gohan's he knocks out Gohan.
Just collapse.
And he just falls.
His last attempt, like, I'm gonna punch you in the face, Dad. And it's like, no, I'm not. I'm
a lot of people have tried, and
I fucked up.
Oh no!
And he just falls. And you're like, Goku's really just gonna let him fall, and then he catches him in this father-son moment.
There's two of those things that happen in these episodes, like with the catching and being like, "Oh, look at you!
You've come so far."
Bean.
Yeah. He's like, you've come so far from the beginning, and then and they end up healing up, and then I forgot what happened. What ends up happening? He tells him at that point you're gonna be captain of Team 7.
Yeah.
But that fighting was really awesome. Oh, Piccolo! We never got to pick what Piccolo ended up doing. He ends up exploding. He blows up with a bunch of Kai energy, and Goku's able to hold it off. And then that's when Gohan goes in at him because he's wide open. And
like Piccolo, why did you decide to make that a thing you're gonna do?
Yeah, you're
like, what does that actually accomplish?
Well, it's a distraction.
And it pushes a person off. So if he can use that in the tournament and cause
until that point, why did he decide? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna self-destruct.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do to push my boundaries? Explode. That makes perfect sense.
At least he didn't turn into stone like Vegeta.
Yeah. He turned into a garden statue.
Who was it? Which android was it that did that? That just self-destructed? The-
16 was made to self-destruct.
Yeah.
All of them have the self-destruct
Yeah.
device.
Oh, that's true. That's
So
true.
like, what was the one that like, the fat one that tried to like
Oh,
grab on?
19?
19.
No,
Yeah.
he didn't blow up.
He
Vegeta fucking popped his head off.
Right.
He's
There
all-
was.
But I think he was trying
feel
to.
fear.
I think he was trying to.
I think
know
he
what
was
you're talking
trying to.
about.
He was trying to grab onto him.
The
The
self-destruct.
Yeah, I think so.
self-destruct
And
at
that's
some
when
point.
he pulled his
I
arms
remember-
and popped his head off.
Yeah, I remember something like that.
But yeah, 16
Years.
to do it yourself.
Yeah.
So many years ago.
He's like, I'm gonna blow up with Cell, and then it's like, oh, we took that out of you, and he's like,
What?
oh.
I fucked up.
Well, bye.
Yeah. Cell's like, done.
Yeah.
Well,
Gohan,
that sucks.
your anger, use it. So that leads us to 91. Which universe will survive? The strongest warriors are gathering. This
What
is-
happened in that episode?
This
I don't
is where,
remember.
A lot of stuff happens in here. It's like little stuff
Yeah.
from all the little
Yeah.
major universes.
This is where fucking Universe 6 is in complete chaos.
Oh right, and that guy's just like,
He
no,
just shows
Okay.
stop it,
Koi.
stop.
Yeah, Universe 6, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because that's Champa.
Oh,
Oh, is
Universe,
11? Is it
Mm.
11?
or is it 9?
I think
Fuck,
I
I'm
might have
sorry,
can't
too many
remember.
universes.
Yeah.
But-
There's so many.
But
I think it's Universe 7.
okay.
Universe 7 destroys
No,
it.
I
That
thought
feels
Universe
right.
7 isn't that Earth? Our Goku
oh, that-
planet? Yeah, that's
It
Universe
is.
7 is.
I don't know. It's the dude with the big old beard looking guy
And with-
with the wolves.
Yeah,
He destroys that city.
just
He's like,
okay.
let's keep going.
He's
Yeah.
literally just like, whatever, fuck these guys.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this episode basically starts off with Zen Chan just like, so hey, who do you think's gonna win the tournament? And you get sneak peeks of every universe and what's going on.
And-
Little kids just being like, let's watch everything.
Yeah.
They're playing.
Oh yeah, they're like playing like
Yeah.
rock paper scissors, and they had like the hammer. And
hammer.
it's like,
Yeah.
nope, putting the hard hat on. It's like, okay.
This is boring. Well, no, duh.
We played it for blah blah blah.
What was there was something on here? Oh, Elder Kai mentions that he can unlock Goku's
But it's gonna take
power, but it takes
25
25 hours, so
It
it's too
takes
long.
Forever,
Yeah.
yeah.
But just the thing, like you can go even further. Like he can do what he did to Gohan for Goku.
yeah.
It's like that would have been something nice to have known, like in the very beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, what would Goku look like at that point with unlock like Mystic Super Saiyan God Kaioken Goku?
That's too many hats.
Yeah, that's a lot going on, but just to think that that's even
Yeah.
possible. Like,
Well,
I mean, that might be where they're going after this, though,
Maybe.
because he was really interested in having
Yeah.
that happen.
yeah, it's like why? It's like if we could have done this a lot quicker, you could have unlocked all of our
And then
abilities, and then we'd have been fine.
In
Yeah.
episode 94, they talked about his deal with Frieza.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
that's gonna be interesting.
That's
The
a
whole
thing.
Frieza deal.
all right.
that's a thing.
Yeah.
Did they talk about it in 93, though? I think they might have
Um,
discussed a few of it. No.
In 93, they talk just at the end. He's like, if the universe ends up surviving, we'll give you the Earth Dragon Balls and we'll revive you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just I'll run through 91 real quick, just all the little stuff that happened, so we can get to 93. So 91. Yeah, we had that guy destroy the city. You see Frost, he's on the run, and Hit
That's right.
goes to
Recruit him.
recruit him, but he thinks he's about to get killed because
Yep.
Hit is a hitman. He's the best hitman in the universe. Like
of course.
he pushes Goku to go Super Saiyan Blue with the Kaioken transformation
Okay.
because he uses time travel.
Yeah.
So he can speed up time. So no matter what, Hit will always be stronger than you. But because of that, Goku decided to go Kaioken and keep getting stronger, so he would always be a step ahead of him.
He would
Okay.
also stop time too.
Yeah, he can stop time. Yeah,
He's cool.
Hit's
I
a pretty
like
good.
him.
A lot of people like Hit.
Yeah.
He's a really cool
He was just
character.
like, yeah, get rid of your poison things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like, how did you know about this? It's like, hello.
we were on the same team for a while.
Yeah.
It's me.
Goku trains with Whis. You have Vegeta destroying the hyperbolic time
Time chamber.
chamber.
Yeah.
Again.
I fucking love that threat from Popo. He's all,
Like, don't do
do
it
it again
again.
or you're banned.
You're banned. Like,
He's just like, fuck
Fuck.
you.
and then the let's see here. Oh, you see Brianna,
Oh, that's right, from Universe.
Sailor Moon esque type of
What in
character.
the world is up with us?
She's
Oh,
new.
that
She is
shit was
literally new
hilarious.
in this episode. I've
Yeah,
never seen her.
I've never
before.
seen her in my life either.
She's brand new, so she's
I
a
thought, like,
supermodel.
like they were like, oh, she's an idol. And I'm like, what is this garbage?
Yeah, and then she does this whole Sailor Moon transformation into
And
like
she's,
a
thing.
Alien.
Like a boo type thing, yeah.
Yeah, and she's stronger at this point. She
Yeah.
like blows back these other
The heart
women.
beam.
Yeah.
Oh
the
yeah,
heart
that's
beam.
right. That's what it was. Love diva. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Love
We had
So
a glimpse at
great.
her.
It's so great though. I kind of like that they don't make her like more beautiful. I think it's great that they make her like kind of weird and cartoony looking.
Mhm.
They did the whole Zarbon thing.
Yeah.
Reverse transformation.
Yeah, I love that whole thing. Like it's like, oh, look at how beautiful you are. Oh, you're hideous. Why? Why are you like this?
So she's an interesting character going
Yeah.
forward. Because I think in
Yeah.
this next episode, the current one, that her and Goku fight. Or her and Vegeta and Goku fight her, and like others like her. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, she's a focal point in this next episode.
The thing I'm curious about is that stupid robot thing.
Yes,
Oh,
the
yeah.
fighting robot.
The one on Skrillex's planet.
Yeah.
What?
It's a machine planet looking
Yeah.
thing.
I know,
yeah.
but the fucking Kai there looks like Skrillex.
It does. I've seen the meme with that. It's like, yep, there it is.
Yeah, he does.
It's not gonna work.
Shit.
Damn it! I'll
Is it the
upload it
glare?
later. Yeah, it's
Oh, no, you had it
yeah,
there.
there was a thing. It was working.
it kinda.
Kinda.
Yeah.
That you can see it.
We'll
It's
share
fine.
Yeah.
Like, don't.
Yeah, this modified robot.
I don't remember what it was.
Nari Rama.
That's what it was.
That,
yeah.
The robot's name is Nari Rama, and the alien that made it started with like a G.
Didn't we see this shit in like GT? Oh wait, no, I'm just seeing a little robot. Never mind.
Yeah.
Giru.
Yeah, the one that swallows the giant radar. Never mind.
But like, the thing that was talking to him is just communicates in beeps.
Yeah.
Like it beeps evilly.
Yeah.
Like beep beep beep. Like
He's-
what is
He's the god of destruction on their planet. The robot,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's weird, but
He just laughs
He just
easily, but it's beeping. I was like, all right, cool.
We don't want to skip this episode. This is the episode where they're still spying on everybody, and we
Yes.
catch to oh god, Kale's planet.
yes.
Yeah,
So now we get some good stuff in this
Yeah.
episode.
that was cool.
So at the end of last episode, Satan calls to say, Boo has gone into a 2-month sleep and you're not going to wake him up. Goku can't wake him up. And so he's trying to figure out who the next fighter
He
is going
slipped
to be.
into a diabetic coma.
My
Yeah.
favorite thing is just Bulmuck walks into the room. It's like, so Satan called.
Yeah.
It's like I forget that's his name all the time.
Satan called
And on Adult Swim, on Not Dub, they actually call him Satan too.
Oh, good.
instead of Hercule.
Yeah.
It was so weird because I'm only used to the English
Mhm.
version, and I was just like, oh, it's Hercule, and then she's like, so Satan called. I'm like, right, that's his name.
They'll probably have that one be Hercule though, and the English stuff.
Probably.
Yeah.
To avoid confusion like that.
I
Yeah.
just like the idea of her walking in the room going, so Satan called me.
Satan called today.
What's fun you
See.
can have with that.
Topo's planet. They're looking for the general.
Oh, that's right.
And he's like, he's saving a cat with some kids ignoring their calls, and he tells them like, "Hey, he's like, I can't join you." It's like, there needs to be someone here to look after while you guys are gone, because they're like the superheroes of their planet.
Well, he's not wrong.
No, yeah. So he's like, I'm gonna stay here with the trainees,
Yeah.
and then you guys go do your thing on that
Funny
planet
guy.
in the universe.
Topo.
Topo, and we talked about it because in the last tournament there's 3 wolves. One's
Yeah.
yellow, blue, and red, and then Topo has the the mustache. It's like a reference to Sonic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The blue
That's
one.
cool.
You have what are the name? Is Sonic?
Yeah, Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails.
Yeah, and then
That's cool.
the
Professor Robotnik
Yeah.
or Eggman.
Eggman. Yeah.
That's really cool, though.
So
I
we
like that.
kind of
Nice little homage.
Yeah, and then we find Kaba teaching Caulifla how to go Super Saiyan, which is interesting because we finally figure out, at least in their planet, maybe even in Universe 7's planet, how Goku and them go Super Saiyan. It's applying
Weird little
pressure to the
I like that
between your
they get
shoulder
aligns
blades.
with like a chakra thing
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
there is
It's
one
like-
that's at that center point in your body.
Yeah, it's like all these little sparks, and they're kind of like coming
Little
together.
bubbles and
I don't think
this
you
is
guys
Aura.
have seen it probably, but there's a show I watch called Magi, and there's this stuff called like the Rook, and it's kind of like just the culmination of like natural magic in the air, and that's kind of what it reminded me of because it like appears as like these little yellow like bird-like things, and that's kind of what it looked like. It's just
Mhm.
like I'm gathering this energy into this one area to use it for my own will.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of what it reminded me of, but it was really cool to see that's how it worked.
Yeah, and it was interesting to me. It's like, so that's what it takes to go Super Saiyan as well, is to just kind of focus this energy. And
but
maybe, again, it's just maybe this
we realize
universe.
that doesn't work for everybody.
Right.
You know, like, everyone has their own way of turning.
Yeah, because they asked Kaba, like, how did you do it? He's like, well, I got really worked up. I got really angry.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's what helped me unleash my potential.
And that was funny because he's trying to get Khalifa to transform. He's like, you knucklehead. And he's like saying these mean things. He's like, what are you doing?
Like, what are you doing?
You worked with me, so you worked with her.
She's trying to make you mad. You think that's gonna make me mad? And
Yeah.
what does it feel like? And he explains it. She does definitely seem like more of a hands-on kind of person anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just let me do it. Don't try to teach me the method of it. Just let me do the thing.
Yeah.
Like, explain it to me, but like, don't explain to me how you did it. Just explain to me how it feels.
Yeah.
Because she seems to be driven very much so by her emotions.
Yeah.
With the exception of like anger fueling.
Yeah.
Because it just seems like she's always angry. So what's the point?
Yeah.
So you're a female Vegeta. That's what
She really is. But like,
And maybe that's how, like, the same with the movies, like the Bardock movie, like, kind of like how the females were on the planet too. They were just like she's eating this big old fucking bone with
chicken leg or whatever.
Yeah, this thigh or whatever.
I love her. She's my favorite. I love her so much.
She's very interesting because she's just different. Like, she has already like the spiky hair already, but it doesn't look weird on her. She pulls it off well.
She's really interesting. Like just conceptually, even like she's this like badass who's like, and then here's Kaba just like, yeah, sure, okay, fine.
Yeah,
and then they don't get buff either when going Super Saiyan. They just transform.
They're noodles.
Yeah, I think they might actually be faster.
Yeah, because they don't have all that muscle stuff right faster.
Down.
Yeah.
And then you have Kale spying on them, like, and they're like, "We know you're here," and they're like, "Hey, you're a Saiyan too." It's like, why don't we try to get you to become a Saiyan? They saying mean things, and it just makes her cry. It doesn't do anything.
I think the thing that makes her, I think they might mention it, the thing that makes her go Super Saiyan is the fact that she's jealous.
Yeah, she's just between Khalifa and I'm gonna call her Khalifa.
What's Khalifa?
Khalifa and Kaba, like they're a little. Even though it's not a relationship, they're
being friendly with one another. And she doesn't like it.
Yeah, because is it because she has a crush on Kaba? I can't remember, or is it that because she's the protege? She's like, don't talk to my.
No, that's right.
I think that she has so much respect for Khalifa. I don't think I think she sees him as in the way.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think because she's the special protege, Kale is Khalifa's special girl. Like, up until that point, it's like, you're my shining star type thing. It's like, suddenly, here's this guy teaching you can be better.
Stronger.
And now I'm angry about it. That's why she was so set on destroying him.
Yeah.
Because it's like, stay away from her.
The first thing she yells,
I'm special, not you.
First thing she yells is like, Kaba, you're gonna die today.
I'm gonna kill you.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna
like,
rip your face and wear it as my own.
They're like, yes, she's transforming, but like, wait, this is not going like how you did it. Like, things are happening way different. And then
this is terrifying.
She just turns into Broly.
Yeah,
and
basically.
A berserker.
So the comparison is that her character was exactly like Broly from the movie. Really meek, shy, quiet, kept to himself. I mean, obviously, it's not because it was his choice to be quiet and meek, but that's how he was in the movie. And then when she powers up, and then it zooms out, the bubbles, the green aura sparking. And the exact same thing, because as soon as Broly goes legendary, he just fucking decks Goku into a wall. So.
And there's the big old crater where Kaba flies into.
And
they're like, what did we just do? And she's like chasing after him. She's using like the same Kai energies. She even does like a technique, I think, in the second movie where she like just runs into him, causes like a Kai blast, and it blows him away. And he's like zipping through wherever the canyon they're at.
She's pretty badass at that point, and I think it's really telling of her personality that she's all this meek, but she really
anger
like
inside.
Build up all this jealousy.
Anybody get the weirdest boner at that point? No, I'm kidding.
They're totally girlfriends. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah,
there's something more there.
Yeah.
They're totally dating.
People want them to have is it called shipping?
Yeah,
Whatever?
shipping. That's what that is.
So
I can see there's chemistry there. There's
But
like the thing that I said before, like the way with how Goku caught Gohan when he was falling. Khalifa caught Kale and was like, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
It's like, there's that special bond that's like, it's obvious that this is definitely someone very important to her. And like, even besides shipping, whatever, fuck it, there's obvious they are really, they're really drawn to each other, regardless of the fact that, yeah, Kale was not very strong the way she was, but like, it was obvious that she was really proud of her, that she was able to reach that potential on her own means.
Yeah.
She had nothing to do with it, not really anyway, of her reaching that potential. And it's like, I knew you had it in you kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so last thing, I want to cut you off really quickly.
Yeah,
because I know we're going to skip away from this. But how did you feel with Caulifla going Super Saiyan 2?
Yeah, she just jumped right into it. I noticed that because she had her regular hair, but just yellow. And then when she went to, just like in Super Saiyan, instead of their hair going like this, it gets spikier, so they lose a couple strands. So like, she just had the one strand like Gohan and Goku had when they go Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah.
So,
and, you know, she had the aura.
She just jumped right into it very quick. So she catches on pretty quick.
Yeah, and that's how she was able to stop, you know, Kale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's very telling about like what I was saying before. She's driven by, okay, what can I do, as opposed to explain it to me. It's very like, all right, I know how to do it now. How do I make it better?
Mm-hmm.
I think she's just very intuitive to her natural abilities, and her brother even mentions that. He's like, she's like 10 times the fighter that I ever was.
Yeah,
she's a lot more skilled than I am.
So like, I think it's just an innate fighting ability. I think she just has that warrior spirit that they're looking for.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be really aggressive.
Really
and
excited
a lot
to
of trouble.
see what happens with that whole thing when she shows up finally for the tournament.
So
I'm really excited for it.
We will see that in episode 100 because I've
Yeah.
seen that episode.
Oh,
I just had to watch it because that was her episode.
you cheater!
I saw when
Did
it
this
first.
with My Hero Academia, doing it with Dragon Ball.
It was like, it was just on YouTube. I'm like, I have to watch it. It's like, it's right there. It was early morning, so I'm like, I'm gonna watch it, and it's impressive. It's a lot of Broly-esque stuff in there. It's interesting, and I believe what you point on, it's the relationship between her and Khalifa. That's what triggers it.
Yeah.
Because that's what triggers it in the episode.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Also, we are over by 4 minutes, so let's
already an hour.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so
5 minutes now.
Yeah, so we'll make it 15 here. We'll make it most 15.
All right.
So
That's a really fast hour.
I know.
Yeah. So when we have a third person, these episodes can go pretty long.
I know, because there's somebody else putting in that extra opinion.
Yeah, because we have like very similar.
No, it's okay. And
no,
you're adding a lot.
We like it.
Yeah, we like it too. You're adding
like,
a lot of.
Me and him are like, It's like, I saw this, and it's just us two. And we kind of have the same mentality when it comes to the episode. So like having a third person, when we've had a third or fourth person chime in, we get a lot more information, and it makes the episode longer.
Yeah, everybody watches it differently. Every now and then we'll get into a little heated debate, but
I don't know. Everyone takes away something different from something, and I'm more than willing to accept that.
And for you, like, you bring in what you've watched in other animes into what you're seeing here, so that brings another view. Because like me, I don't watch a huge amount. I mainly watch the popular ones, the ones that I can kind of
about Naruto.
Yeah, the ones that I can just I just liked, and I guess you could say the mainstream animes. I've never watched some of those other ones, so I only bring in just the guy animes, I guess you would say, like the one.
The shonens,
Yeah.
I get that.
Starting off weak and getting stronger and better.
But with 93, so the ending of 92, Goku.
92. Emergency development, the incomplete 10 members. You mentioned it earlier. Boo goes into a diabetic coma for 2 months.
He's asleep.
And so
he's never
Satan
waking
calls.
up again. Satan calls.
And so they need to recruit another member.
And so Goku gives them the idea, let's get Frieza.
Frieza. Of all people, let's go get Frieza.
And so everyone's like, why? Why would we get Frieza? And it's just he's the strongest. He's literally the next guy that they after Vegeta they can get that would help the team.
Yeah.
Even though he's evil, if you want to survive, you need to get whoever you can to win.
Yeah.
At this
He's
point.
a bad dude, but at this point, you got to take what you can get to survive the universe.
It's basically signing a deal with the devil, though.
It really is, especially because he literally does. It's like, oh, you're gonna bring me back to life after I help save the universe because they're going to.
Yeah.
If we survive.
If we survive this, you're
But
gonna
they
bring
will.
me back to life. And it's like, this is the deal breaker. This is the thing that he's either going to say yes and he's going to have to do this if they survive, or he's going to say no and risk them being immediately disqualified and, oh God, going to Yamcha for help.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm sure that would have been his next bet.
No, you actually brought a good point. I think that Frieza's actually going to get Hakkai'd. I think he's going to get erased on the spot.
By somebody or by Zeno or something.
Yeah, I think he's going to do something rash.
Probably kill
in the
somebody.
tournament. Yeah, even if it's like by mistake, he's going to kill someone. I think he's going to get erased, and that's going to solve that problem. Because I already told you how I think this is going to end.
Well,
Yeah.
I think that the whole reason that they brought up the fact that he can reach Goku's next potential, though, because he really wants to do that.
Yeah.
And Goku was all like, I'm going to need some time to, gather them all.
Yeah.
When he was talking to Frieza, he's like,
that's fine.
he's doing, like, the long play of, like, yeah, it's going to take me a while to do it, but, yeah, okay, I agree to this. It's like,
Yeah.
he's going to be up to some shit.
Yeah. He's like,
And
you stroked my ego.
He even stated like I can get stronger. Like,
Yeah.
and it's like you said, he's been a cocoon this whole time. But I mean, it's Frieza.
He's just been hanging from a tree in this little
Yeah.
like it
Spider
reminds me of like
cocoon.
what you do with like dogs when they're scared in thunderstorms. You wrap them in like the
yeah.
security
He just has
blanket.
his face.
And it's just like, help me.
Yeah. So, and his hell was more like a heaven.
Yeah.
It
was all
very
trees,
peaceful and
yeah.
pretty.
Resurrection Death, though, he was all the animals were celebrating.
Mhm.
They had their instruments and the trumpets and shit.
I remember that.
Well, that would be hell for him. He doesn't
Yeah.
want
Nice.
no fun allowed. There is no joy.
Yeah.
What is this beauty? Get rid of it.
Another big bit of information we got was that there is a human that is stronger than a god of destruction. And
Yeah.
Beerus has arm wrestled with him and
Yeah.
lost. Which I take that with a grain of salt, but still, like a human, just a human. And I don't know if maybe that's being pretty broad, because I guess you could say Saiyans are humans,
Yeah.
because the way Zamas was kind of making it, like
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the way they just could like umbrella term it mortal. There's
Yeah.
somebody that's in existence that
That's-
is stronger than a god of destruction.
yeah,
At least in arm wrestling.
yeah. So
And he even mentions that too. He's
Yeah.
like, he just been even arm wrestling. It doesn't mean we went, head to head.
It's like, it doesn't mean anything.
so it was interesting to know that there's someone out there
Yeah.
somewhere that's pretty strong.
Yeah.
And I think this it's the same guy that Weiss mentioned in a previous episode,
Mhm.
and he mentions him by name, and then and Frieza's like, or not Frieza,
Beerus?
Beerus is like, I can't do that. I can't call on him.
No, I think you're talking about what's his name? He was in the first tournament against him.
Never mind.
He was like that one guy that they needed a fifth member,
Oh,
and
okay.
Goku's like, oh yeah, he had like a girl name, I can't remember what it was, but he
Right.
was like the mailman for the God of Destruction, and so they're like, hey, it's like I don't know, I was gonna say it's like Sarah, like why don't you come in and fight? And Beerus is like, no, we can't have him. He might destroy the universe. Like we can't. He's like, and Goku like falls for it. Like, oh man.
Yeah.
And I think he even
That's right.
mentions it like to join the tournament powers. Like, oh, why don't we invite so and so? He's like, oh, we can't. He's very busy.
Yeah.
And Wiz even tells him like, it's like we should probably tell him about it eventually. And Beerus like, nah, we're not gonna tell him. He's just like this pudgy looking tiny dude that has nothing to do with any of these. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a funny looking dude. Like,
He's like,
yeah, he's just tiny.
Oh, he's a small bean.
So yeah, they mentioned him, but
That's right.
he's not the
Yeah.
one there. That's
Yeah,
pretty
you're
sad
right.
if he beat Beerus in a
I'd be interested in that though.
So then Goku goes to visit King Yama, and Yama has heard of multi-universes but never believed it. It was always a rumor.
Yeah.
And so Goku tells him to spill what's happening. He needs Frieza, and King Yama's like, all right, it's like, he's your deal then. Like, you have
if
to
you gotta
handle it.
destroy him, get rid of them all away from Earth so I don't have to deal with them ever again.
Yeah, so he's like, go ahead, I'll get you a guy to take you over to Frieza. They find Frieza in his little cocoon of paradise, and Goku even makes a Destructo disc.
Yep.
It's like the second time we've seen something like that. He cuts him down, and they have this like moment, and he's like, "Oh, you're here." It's like, "Yeah." He's like, "What do you need me here? What are you here for?"
You're here for a reason.
And he's like, "We need you."
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, he's like, I'm not gonna do it. It's like, well, fine, and he leaves, and Frieza's like, wait, no, come back.
I was joking. What was it?
I need companionship.
He called his bluff, and he's like, "We need you for this tournament." And then he's like, "Well, I'll only do it if you resurrect me." And he's like, "Okay." And he's like, "Well, I mean, like you stated, without him, they get disqualified. They're done. With him, they at least have a fighting chance. Worst that happens, you resurrect him and you kill him on your own later on.
Yeah.
If he acts up."
But I never considered the possibility that he's going to do something that's going to get him disqualified immediately.
I think it's a possibility because that will cover not only the show's bases but the writers' bases as well.
Well, you also haven't seen episode 94.
I know.
There might be some disqualifications just because of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Not him, but just because of that, the actions that they. That little rat bastard. Literally, he's a rat bastard.
The one from Earth, Universe 4, the one that
literally looks like a rat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Oh, we just gotta get some assassins. Make it not look like we were involved.
Yeah, and he's like, "How about this other universe? We team up and we do this. We don't." And yeah, so we'll get to that part.
You know.
Yeah, as long as like, Zeno and them don't know. Let me see here.
And yeah, he's like, "I'm so sorry, Beerus. I don't want to do this to you."
Yeah.
So 93 is when Kale goes Berserker, but that's fine. We went over it, and I wrote down Khalifa goes Super Saiyan 2 really quick. They went over what to do for Frieza, resurrect him or not. Let's see here, but Universe 4, that's what it is. Universe 4 with the rat. They hear about him, they get the information, and they're like, "Yeah, we need to take him out." It's like he's pretty strong apparently, and we go to episode 94 now. So episode 94, pretty much Goku is waiting for Baba.
He's pretty much doing chores at this point.
Yeah, he takes Goten and Trunks to the island.
Doesn't.
Oh no, Krillin does. He tells Krillin to. And 18.
Yep.
And they go, and 17 meets not Marin but Medin, because he said it wrong, and 18's like, "You say it wrong again, I'm gonna kill you."
And he's just like, "All right." I love the joke that they do, and she's like, "How old are you?" And he's just like, "I'm 17."
And there's like a wave that pops up.
Like that's a bad joke, and he's just like,
"Oh, okay."
He's literally just like, "Okay, we'll not do that again."
Yeah.
But like completely straight faced the whole time. It's so great.
And then like 17 and Krillin have this like awkward type of relationship where like Krillin wants to be buddy, but 17 wants like nothing to do with Krillin. And then 18's like, "Stop trying to make this happen." It's
Stop forcing it.
Yeah.
Gosh.
She's like, "Stop forcing it." And they talk, and then they take 17 with them.
But they do actually kind of have that moment where they get along for a second there, where they're actually talking shop, and they're not trying to make it work. Like when Krillin and him are actually just talking, like about the situation at hand. And you even see it on 18's face. She's just kind of like,
they have a bonding moment.
They can get along. That's great. Now I can actually have my brother over for dinner.
Right? Yeah, because he's
just
not
like,
been
I
existent.
don't want to come to dinner.
And what was it? Oh, Marin ends up staying with Trunks and Goten.
Oh, really?
On the island, yeah.
And then they leave, and the poachers see this.
They're like,
"Oh, there's just kids here."
And like the other guy's just like, "Yeah, but they fly."
They got normal kids.
Did you see that? They flew.
Yeah, so you had that. Let's see here. Roshi is at training against Yajirobe and the cat. I forgot his name.
Puar?
No, the white cat. Corrin. He's training up there, and he had like this little like moment because he was like, because Corrin trained Roshi, and from what it sounded like, and he's like on the edge, about to like head off. He's like, "I gotta go because I had to train. I'm ready to take." And he does this little stun lightning that he did to Tien. He does it to Yamcha, and he's like, "Okay, I'm ready for this fight." And then he's about to leave. Yeah. What did I say?
Yamcha.
Oh,
we keep talking about Yamcha.
And so he's about to leave, and he's like, "Oh wait, I forgot I can't fly." He's
about to jump off.
he's about to just jump off the edge of the tower, and he's like, oh, I can't fly. But he had like this moment. It's like, I've been training. I've had this, and up to this moment, it's like, this is my time to use it for what it's needed to be, what it's needed for. And
why do I feel like they're kind of getting rid of Master Roshi?
No,
I don't know.
I don't like saying that because it's like he's been there since the very, very beginning. But like that felt like the whole sensei passing on the torch type thing. Like I've got to use this final thing for what it's worth, sort of thing. Like
he's about to be killed off.
Yeah.
Which
I don't want to say that because they can just bring anybody back to life. But like it feels like
he's gonna be Hakkai'd.
Yeah.
Like, for what reason would he be Hakkai'd by a god of destruction in the middle of the fight? That's
unless
just for the hell of it. I don't know. They're petulant children.
I was about to say that. Maybe the Egyptian-looking one.
He's trained to get rid of that compulsion. Like,
for now.
Literally, for now, yeah. You don't know what else triggers it. He might have just gotten bored with Poir.
Yeah.
Funny girl Poir.
Let me grab you there.
No.
Poor Poir.
Love Poir.
Let's see here. Oh, another big moment. When they arrive, 17 and 18 in Krillin, Piccolo is the first one to see 17, and he kind of like greets him. And he's like, glad to have you on the team, like an accepting, like we're accepting you after everything we've gone through. Because there was no.
They accepted each other though during that fight that they had with each other, and then
in the Cell Saga.
They had that moment with each other. They respected each other.
Yeah,
so
but you think they're gonna throw down like right away because Piccolo takes off his hat, he and then he's rolling up his sleeves and stuff like that. As they're approaching each other, he extends a hand.
It's like, glad to have you on the team.
And he looks, for as an emotionless android can be, he looks surprised, but also genuinely pleased that he's being accepted so willingly by all of these people.
I don't think he's had that acceptance since the Cell Saga, because you don't see what happens to him afterwards.
He just gets revived and he goes on his own.
He's just there
and he's gone.
He just does his own thing.
Yeah. And in the Buu Saga, he gives his energy to Goku for the Spirit Bomb.
Yeah. That's
he just goes and saves animals for a living. It's cool.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
whole
see
Lone
here.
Ranger thing. It's kind of interesting.
And then Goku goes to pick up Frieza at the gate where Baba,
Otherworld.
Yeah, he shows up all misty and then he's solid. He has the halo and he's like, oh my god, I've been reduced to this with the halo on his head. And so they're about to leave when I guess one of Baba's sidekicks show up and they're like, yeah, there's some guys here that wanna meet you. And so Goku and
because Goku was just gonna instant transmission out of there. They were waiting for him outside, like these assassins, and he's just like, "All right, let's go." And then they're like, "Hey, wait, there's these people outside," and he's just like, "Oh, really?"
There's a lot of them.
He's just like, "Okay, let's go outside."
And Frieza and Goku have a little bonding moment because Frieza's talking to him, and he's like, and then he just boom, gut checks him real quick. It's like, oh, sorry, my hand slipped.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then Goku's looking at it, he states something too, and he's like, boom, right back. And he's like, oh, sorry, my hand slipped too.
Just let's make sure none of our hands slips. What if something else slips? I'm just like, please no. I'm thinking he's talking about his tail, and I'm just like, please don't hit people with that again.
And so they go out there, and it's almost like Battle of Revival of F because you have all these henchmen waiting for them. They're like, oh, who sent you? Who are you? They don't mention whoever they are, and then one of them gets shot and killed right away, and Frieza's like, oop, my hand slipped. And so they we're going to take these guys on before we head back. And they're on a time crunch here, because now, at the end, the stadium is now complete. They've
got, maybe, less than an hour to get to the meeting area to, before they're disqualified.
Yeah, that's right, because of the episode 93, they said an hour and 40 minutes remained.
They've got less than an hour to actually get there.
So it's Frieza and Goku versus and Frieza transforms into his gold form right before the episode ends. And he's like, let's just practice. I haven't fought in a while, and then it just ends right there.
It's really it just leaves you hanging. I'm like, I want to watch more.
The animation for 95 is going to be really good from what I've seen.
Yeah, really?
It's really good animation.
I'm excited for that.
And due to time constraints, we already mentioned and plugged the cons. If you want to go ahead and wrap up and give out your social media handles.
Okay. I'm at Fesophobia on Twitter, and pretty much everywhere else if you want to find me there. I spelled it last time.
Yeah,
Should
you
I
have to
spell
do
it
it this
again?
time.
Okay. If you want to follow me, I'm not very active anywhere, but I'm pretty boring.
Same spot as usual, Twitter at lone_wolf_mew, the number 2. On Xbox, it is Rontimo25, RONT, the number 1 MO25. And on Instagram, it is anime_nerd_Ron. Nerd.
And you can find me on Twitter, Daniel Von Helvet. Facebook is Daniel Barroso. Instagram, Danny the Destroyer. And then finally, PlayStation is Danny the Destroyer. Been playing a lot of Killing Floor 2. Blood and guts everywhere. Then you can go ahead and find Geek Elite Radio at Geek Elite Radio on Twitter. Geek Elite Radio on Facebook. Instagram is instagram.com/Geek Elite Radio. GeekEliteRadio.com is where you can find podcasts like this one, archived episodes, and also on our YouTube channel is youtube.com/Geek Elite Radio. And always, until next time, remember to geek out.
Yay, I did it right this time.